got Andre Iguodala from the Philadelphia 76ers in the building. He brought all kind of cameras and stuff. See, you a rock star. You got cameras. And now, who are these people with the cameras filming us here?
Oh, they doing a rookie show with NBA Entertainment and Spike TV.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the NBA Draft.
I'm ready, man. Let's do it.
Mo-Rook.
So his name to me is Rook. It's Rook.
Rookie. Some call me Rook. I'm glad to be the first one in the gym, obviously.
Oh, my!
Carry on the bag in the morning.
Where did this kid come from?
Initiation. Part of sport.
He's not a rookie. He can't be a rookie. He's not human. Forget about being a rookie.
They call it the rookie wall. It's the time when the grind of that first NBA season starts to catch up with you. And sooner or later, every rookie hits it head on.
The infamous rookie wall. I hit it early.
A lot of people be ready to go home. I want to say like around December, January. Traveling, practicing every day. And I think a lot of rookies get tired around that time. They're not used to it.
I definitely felt it. Play so many games, and right around the All-Star break, you start to hit you.
I think what happens is you start to look at the schedule. You probably played 30, 35 games in college. You see 82 games plus the preseason, and you start to think, when is it going to be over?
And once the rookies reach that point of physical and mental fatigue, you can start to see it in their game.
I had a good first month, and then after like the 40th game, I was just like tired and worn down because I had never played this many games before, and I had like a stretch of about 3 games where I didn't even score double figures after scoring double figures in most of the year.
The one thing about being a rookie is you have to be able to bounce back from having a bad game, and some rookies it takes them a couple games to bounce back mentally after not playing well, and I think that's why people call it the rookie wall.
But players who jump into the NBA straight from high school don't always get much playing time. So if they do hit the wall, the impact isn't quite the same.
I really didn't hit the rookie wall because I wasn't really running. I was walking, so I was able to see the rookie wall and just kind of walk around it.
Didn't hit it. Didn't get an opportunity to hit it. Didn't really play. In actuality, you still hit it. Think about it, because it's a trap. I was just homesick, ready to go back home, and not used to being away from home.
Mentally, I hit it like at the beginning of the year because things just wasn't going so well for me. It was a frustrating season for me.
No one escapes the wall. Not even 2 of last year's most celebrated rookies, LeBron James and Carmelo Anthony. Carmelo reached a point where even getting through practice was a struggle.
Yeah, man. I got back. Oh, come on, y'all.
Being tired, quite tired, especially as a young buck.
But Carmelo got his second win that helped him bust through the wall, and he never looked back. He led the Denver Nuggets down the stretch as they battled to make it into the postseason.
This is a playoff game. Both teams now are fighting for their playoff lives. Carmelo Anthony got it! Ties the ball game up. Anthony steps back from 20. Yes!
I said a while ago, big-time players play big in big-time games.
Carmelo again. Yes!
He's went out to the stores and bought that number 15 jersey because he is amazing.
What do you think of the young fella here?
I call him and tell him all the time. Rebounds and assists. Scoring is easy. Rebounds and assists is consistent every single day. And you thought it was easy. Wait till the playoffs come.
No, we told
Let's get harder when you got to dissect each and every team, every game, every adjustment. I call you, doggy.
All right, baby.
Good luck, all right?
Thanks for coming, man.
Stay strong, man.
Unlike Carmelo, LeBron James couldn't get his Cavaliers into the playoffs. But the most talked about rookie in years did live up to all the hype.
Slam by James. Welcome to the NBA.
Everybody get nervous. I still get nervous. I get nervous before every game.
How old is he? 12? He just turned 19 on the 30th of December.
And though LeBron came from high school, the wall didn't seem to be slowing him down as he was named the NBA's top rookie.
it's a privilege for me to get the Got Milk Rookie of the Year award, 2004. It's just the hard work I put into it this whole season. I was able to break challenges that I have for myself and that pretty much everybody else had for me. And I was able to succeed there. I'm just really happy about it.
Coming up next, Devin Harris and Andre Iguodala are both going through some big mid-season changes.
Well, introduce and welcome our newest power forward, Chris Webber.
With just a month left before the playoffs, the Dallas Mavericks are bringing in a new head coach. Assistant Avery Johnson is taking over for Don Nelson. It's just one more adjustment in the rookie season of Devin Harris.
When he gets a chance to play, he's going to have to come in there. He's going to have to make his mark on the defensive end because Avery Johnson said he doesn't mind you making mistakes on the offensive end, but if you make them on the defensive end, you're going to be sitting on the bench next to him.
What are you doing? You either a goal or hard three-quarters. Here we go.
Avery, kind of in my face, so it's really, it's a motivational factor, but then again, it makes you get after it too. It's just been an up and down season, with coaches in and out, and just minutes not always being there, but I don't think I really hit a wall.
In Philly, the Sixers are making a bold move of their own, acquiring a major star right at the trading deadline.
Well, introduce and welcome our newest power forward, Chris Webber.
But for rookie Andre Iguodala, the big trade brings a harsh dose of NBA reality.
It kind of hit me like, wow, this is the business side of the NBA. You can be on one team one day and the next you're gone.
But with the veteran Webber changing teams, it also means that Andre will be going through a wardrobe change.
Alan told me, like, yeah, Chris, Chris wear number 4. And I was like, yeah, you can have it, no problem. I didn't even ask for anything.
But even though he had to switch his number, the move does bring a payoff for Andre.
I bought him a little present, and I sat it in his chair.
He got me a pretty nice watch. When I first saw it, it was like, wow. It was a special gift. Really appreciated it. I told him also, I didn't expect anything. He was like, oh, no problem.
For him just to be that humble and that cool, I just wanted to give him a little ice to let him walk around like some of the vets. I had to give him a little veteran ice.
Getting C-Webb is exciting news for Philly fans. The whole town is pumped up and talking hoops.
Right now, in the studio, when you see him on the court, you don't know him. It's AI number 2. Andre Iguodala has made it to the studio. Right here at 100.3 The Beat. What's up, man?
Oh, what's up? I'm doing good.
What's going on, cool? That's a nice watch. Look at that watch. Is that the watch C-Webb gave you right there?
Yeah, that's what C-Webb got me for the number. He looked out for the boy. And,
is that what a number 4 is worth?
Man, I didn't think so. But I guess that's what it's worth.
In Dallas, Devin has over 60 games behind him now, most of the regular season. But it seems like his education never ends.
The proverbial roller coaster for a rookie. He had to boot the ball off his foot a couple of times, like all rookies do. But he's run the gamut. He's started. He's come off the bench. He's gotten buried on the bench. He's had 2 coaches. He got traded on draft night. Pretty much had it all happen to him in his rookie season.
He's made some progress, and again, he has a lot of instincts that you really can't teach. I just try to keep it really simple for him, and he seemed to have responded.
Oh, what a pass, man! What pass by Harris from his knees over his head. Incredible. Standing ovation.
In Philadelphia, playing the 76ers tomorrow. Been getting a lot more minutes lately. Coming on my home stretch, trying to catch the number 3 spot, but we're in a tight race right now.
With an off day on the road, Devin can go from being an NBA rookie to just another face in the crowd.
So I don't expect anybody to know me, but I get a few turn heads, but it's nice just to be able to walk around and just be like a normal person. On the road, I try to get out least an hour just to see what's around me, especially if I haven't been to the city before. I feel like I took a walk around a little bit earlier. Try to go around and see what the city has to offer. Right now, I'm gonna head to get some CDs and some DVDs and keep up with my collection. Always good to have Eddie Murphy. Since somebody stole mine, I gotta replace it. Hoosiers? I prefer butter rim.
The next night, Devin spends most of his time below the rim, chasing Allen Iverson around. But the Mavs do get a win in Philly. And after the game, it's only fitting that Devin gets some brotherly love, even though some of it is tough love.
He needs to shoot more. He passes the ball too much.
Well, she wouldn't get along with the general there. My sister made a 4-hour trip to see me from school. It was nice to see her. I haven't seen her, since the beginning of last month. And kind of highlight it was good to see her. Make sure she's on track and she's situated with everything.
For the Sixers, the Weber trade isn't working out the way they planned. The team hasn't improved and the frustration is showing.
I got the ball, man! I played right in front of him, waiting until he showed me the ball.
I think people who follow the Sixers right now, in a word, are disappointed. They expected and probably should have expected more than they've seen.
Y'all have been struggling, kind of been, 500 team. Are you guys going to be able to step it up to get to the playoffs and get a better seed than number 8? Because you don't want number 8. You want to at least get to the second round.
Right. We want to get up to like 5 or 6. We still got a chance. It was just very tough at the time, with us getting losses and, guys out there just giving it their all. Sometimes it's just not your night.
3 free throws upcoming, and it will be the rookie who will go to the line. Iguodala with a chance to tie the game with 7.7 remaining.
I want to take that key shot, make that key play to, get the victory.
First one's the most important one.
He comes up short, and so do the Sixers by 2, 101-99.
Not only is Andre hard on himself, so is his older brother Frank.
He's at every game. So after the game, I meet him in the family room. As soon as I walk out the family room, I really don't want to hear. I'm like, Frank, man, don't say nothing right now, because especially if we lost and I didn't play well. I tell him the same thing after every game: shoot the ball, shoot the ball. He knows the game, so I can sit down and listen to what he has to say. Because most of the time he's right.
The two brothers share a house in Philly where Frank is learning the insurance business. Both are starting new careers and new lives, but in some ways, it's like they never left home.
This is the kitchen. It's pretty dirty. Because my brother don't like to clean up. My room, just a bed and a big TV. And a lot of dirt. My brother's room is never clean because he's never here. Normally there's stuff all over the bed, clothes all over the floor.
Living together now seems only right for Andre and Frank, who've been tight their entire lives.
And I love them to death. Growing up together was a lot of fun in our house. Our mom was really strict on us, so a lot of times it was just us to, playing video games or all night or whatnot, or in the backyard rustling around. The sky's the limit for us. We can both work very hard at what we do and, just keep building that character. We just got that connection.
Hey, come get my bag, fam.
All-Star Weekend 2005 was a chance for Emeka Okafor to catch up with 2 other rookie stars from his alma mater, UConn. The Bulls' Ben Gordon and the Phoenix Mercury's Diana Taurasi.
This dude used to walk around dirty Air Force Ones.
I did not.
Look what he got. He used to have the dirtiest ones. Look at that.
Dirty. He never skipped showers for like weeks at a time.
Gotta brush these haters off, man. You know what I'm saying?
He used to sleep in his workout gear after a workout.
And James guarding Gordon out on the perimeter knows he has a threat for 3. How about the runner? How about the runner by Ben Gordon?
An ankle injury kept Emeka Okafor out of the All-Star action. So he was a spectator watching Ben try to make some noise in the rookie game.
I told him he should have played tonight so he could set a couple screens for me. But, you know, he has to rest that injury. I mean, he knew that he wasn't going to be able to play, you know, for a while. So I think he came to grips with it and just said, you know what, next year I'll be able to play.
I've been doing a whole lot of sitting this month, so you think I get used to it, but you don't.
This won't be his last, you know, appearance in the All-Star game. He'll be here plenty more times. You know, hopefully, in the future, we'll be playing on the game on Sunday. So that's I'm sure that's one of his goals, and that's definitely one of my goals.
But for the rest of the season, these two will have different goals. Ben has been sparking his Bulls in their drive to make the playoffs.
Simply spectacular. Sick.
But for Mecca and the Bobcats, it's an uphill battle for each and every victory.
Still trying to get 5 more games, man. Trying to at least get to 20. Well, obviously not gonna make the playoffs, so I have a lot of time just to sit down, concentrate, and focus on my game.
Elton Brand back to Yarrick. Into the paint, Mikey Moore. Blocked by Okafor.
Back at full strength for the second half of the season, Emeka has been shining every night for Charlotte, and the league has taken notice, including his former college teammate.
Tell you the truth, everything he's doing right now, I'm not surprised at all, because I got to see him every single day for 3 years, you know, work on his game, and I got to see what he could do in practice. A lot of people didn't know, you know, he was, you know, that offensively talented as he is, you know, and I think he was surprising a lot of people, but me, I'm just really, you know, happy for him, and, you know, I knew he would be a star in this league.
Gordon got caught. That's a tough play.
He took it off too early, didn't he?
Ben Starr has been on the rise as well. He's become a big offensive weapon for the Bulls, with a special talent for coming through when the game is on the line.
Bulls will hold it for the final shot. Shot clock is off. There's Gordon. Gordon looking for Heinrich. Now makes his move, gets inside the floater. Oh, he puts it in.
All year long has been really the spark plug for us in the fourth quarter. He's just been clutch. Every single time we have a game that's been close in the fourth quarter, we have numerous plays we call for him, just kind of give him the ball and let him do his thing.
I think the fourth quarter is a time where, you know, I just get, you know, the coach just lets me go. You know, my teammates are looking for me. You know, guys are running more plays for me. So I think it's just a time where, you know, I get to, you know, kind of just play, you know, with a reckless abandon.
Emeka and Ben have been tearing up the league, and they've become 2 top contenders for Rookie of the Year.
I think it's been fun and competitive. You know, I mean, obviously both would like to win it. And the one thing is Okafor has been a double-double guy from the start of the season. Ben kind of came into his own in December, about mid-December.
The funniest thing, after Gordon won the first of his Rookie of the Month awards in January, he got a text message from Okafor that just said like 2-1, and Gordon was trying to figure out what it meant. And so he called him up and found out that Okafor just told him, he goes, well, I've got 2, you've got 1. It's actually a great story that I can understand why UConn won the national championship last year. This is just, you know, something to go up in my little trophy case.
And the 2 Rooks would get a chance to meet head-on when Charlotte traveled to Chicago in April. But the night before the game, Emeka and Ben get together for a little friendlier competition.
I'm about to place this bet 1,000 right now. 1,000. That's too easy. That's what I'm doing. Oh, that's too easy. Hey man, look how smooth I look. Back this up on him, man.
But the real battle takes place on the real court the following night.
Looking to take his former teammate Okafor. There's the fadeaway, and he beat him. How about that? Chandler blocked by Okafor. Comes up to Bogan.
When the dust settles, the race for best rookie is still wide open.
I think Gordon's probably the leading candidate right now because he's done it for a team that's winning, a team that's going to the playoffs. That probably gives him the edge. They've both had outstanding rookie years. I really just want to make the playoffs, man. That was my only goal coming in, and it looks like we're going to reach that. So I mean, if I get the rookie of the year, that's going to be good. But I'm really not chasing that right now.
People always ask if we talk about, you know, rookie of the year, this or that. That never comes up. That topic never comes up between. We kind of just leave it alone. We just discussed it as far as us both. being able to make it to the league and to live out their dream.
In Philadelphia, Andre Iguodala has made quite an impression on his backcourt partner, the more famous AI.
He pretty much can do it all. You know, he has speed, he has height, he can shoot the ball, he can finish. He's a great defender, and he's a good teammate.
Allen just one of the funniest dudes alive, man. He could be a comedian. He's just one of those guys who he's always keeping everyone off their feet and just cracking back and making jokes all the time.
But it's on the court where Allen has been the biggest inspiration for Andre.
With Allen out there, he gives his heart out. You know, that kind of rubs off on me also. Defensively, we both get after it and get us on the break, which is, I think, a lot of what the fans look forward to in the game. You know, they're always yelling, you know, where's the alley-oop, where's the alley-oop?
Lob for Iguodala. Wow, what a play as Andre reached to the heavens to grab that one.
Early in the season, we didn't have too many because, you know, I was just getting used to him. He was getting used to where to put the ball at. So as of lately, we've really, you know, connected on the offensive end.
We got Andre Iguodala from the Philadelphia 76ers in the building. You've just been dunking on cats like on some, I don't know, man. What's that about, man? Because it seemed like you dunking on them like it's personal, man.
Well, I mean, I'm just having fun out there. You know, I got AI on my team, and, you know, he do a lot of scoring. So I just, you know, use a lot of my energy on the defensive end. Mm-hmm. But also, you know, he's like, yo, use some of the athleticism and show me something crazy.
Two Lakers in the weeds. Bryant and Odom. Iguodala high to the rim. Forget who's lying in the weeds. He is going and going hard, and nobody's going to stop him.
All the time. I want to hang it on the wall, but I don't think Andre wants to. That's Kobe Bryant right there.
It feels good when you like make a good move on a player you always, you know, idolize and watch playing ball when you was growing up.
Yo, Andre, I see you blocking people left and right. You hustle back. I mean, honestly, you kind of remind me a little bit of Scottie Pippen.
Yeah.
That's what everybody says. Yeah, I've been getting that a lot since I was young.
Andre Iguodala, he's so unselfish. His vision is great. That's a 6 assists in the first half.
That's my first triple-double. I got a triple-double. What was the date? Against the Detroit Pistons. That was a big day in my career. First triple-double. One of many to come.
Two other rooks meet in Dallas, Devin Harris and J.R. Smith. And since Devin's 3 years older, he gets to take the role of mentor.
I kind of took him under my wing and kind of show him how to, you know, go at things the right way. So I've been trying to take him under my wing that way and make sure he's on track and doing the right things.
But on this night, the guy doing all the right things was Devin.
Harris bothers the shot. Bradley tips it. Harris saves it. Comes lunging into the Mavericks TV team.
Oh, it's a nice hustle right there.
Devin scored a season-high 17 points, leading the Mavericks to a blowout win over the Hornets.
That was a scintillating move by Harris. Wow.
And after another bad loss, JR just couldn't help blowing off some steam.
I get frustrated when I know we can win a game and we don't do it because people get selfish. That's when I get frustrated. Or when we mess up on easy mistakes.
What's JR? Have you seen JR?
Like, we go over the same thing over and over and over, and it gets frustrating because we never get better at it, never capitalize, never do nothing.
Don't say that, JR. It's the wrong thing to say. You're only a rookie, you don't do that.
Everybody just stick to what they always do, and that's why we don't win. You can't win like that.
There you go.
It didn't take long for JR to snap out of his funk.
I'm gonna go to the hotel, take it down.
Who y'all play next?
USA. Go from Dirk to KG. Huh?
You ready?
Yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah, hit me up.
All right. Okay.
Meanwhile, the Sixers have finally put it all together with Iverson leading the way. And they're on a roll as they start heading for the playoffs.
Now the Philadelphia 76ers make a run.
And Andre keeps raising his game. becoming one of the league's top rookies.
Hands down, I think he's the best. I don't want to say hands down, but I definitely think that he's deserving the Rookie of the Year. You see on the scoreboard, he may have like 2 points, like 7 or 8 rebounds, 5 or 6 assists, 4 or 5 steals. And he's guarding Paul Pierce, Kobe Bryant, LeBron James, Tracy McGrady every night.
What's up, man? You on with Andre Iguodala.
You're going to be Rookie of the Year, brother.
Wow.
There's no doubt in our minds, man. We got a pool going on at work. Everybody's picking all these chumps. I'm picking Andre.
Wow.
Appreciate that. A lot of Sixers fans and a lot of people in Philadelphia, they know the sport very well, and that's why they're so crazy. It just shows that they're watching and they see the potential that I have, and they just, giving us a lot of support.
Andre, I want to thank you so much for coming through the station today.
Okay, definitely, man. Thanks for having me, too. I appreciate all the love from the support from the fans, and, we're going to try to get it done this year.
The Mavericks are also tearing it up as the playoffs approach, winning 20 of their final 24 games, including their last 9 in a row. For Devin, it'll be his first taste of the postseason.
I'm not really worried about it. I'm sure with some of the veteran guys we have on the team, they'll kind of clue me in when the time comes. I definitely think I got the best pick in the draft. I don't know any fifth pick. I think besides Tim Duncan that automatically was drafted to a playoff team. You're in the hunt right there for the championship. I think we can definitely do some damage. I'm hoping we can really go far.
Now they go back to work. They go to practice. See y'all later.
Coming up next, we head to New Orleans, where the education of J.R. Smith continues.
You're trailing everything. You can't trail. Get under and catch up to it. You can't give up layups.
The New Orleans Hornets are going through their worst season in franchise history. But rookie J.R. Smith is showing flashes of brilliance.
Davis. Oh, my goodness. That was sick, wicked, and nasty. J.R. Smith.
PD on the fly. Great pass to Brown. Oh, there's J.R. Smith with the follow. In explosive fashion.
But he's also showing his age and inexperience.
And he's to the foul. J.R. Smith. And the education continues. You might not be in a Tuesday, Thursday class in college, but you just got school.
Being in high school, coming straight to this league, he has no clue. They have no clue, so you have to almost hold their hand and kind of lead them through the whole process.
For the first half of the season, JR gets little playing time and spends most of his time at the end of the bench being tutored by vets.
I think he's like a sponge. I think he's soaking it all in. Like I told him, I want to see I'm old and come here with my cane. I want to bring my kids in and we'll come here and check them out and watch them play. And I can tell my kids I play with that all-star, that's future all-star right there.
The other guys got to listen, but the veterans have also preached to make sure they're not doing the wrong thing, make sure that they're playing hard, make sure they're playing defense, make sure they're cutting through. Do what they're supposed to do.
He turned his head, but what I'll be telling JR is...
There was no greater influence on JR than point guard Baron Davis, who took a special interest in the Rook and taught him about much more than just basketball.
I talk to him a lot. I'm with him all the time on the road, and he over here all the time, so it ain't like, we just teammates. It's stronger than that. You know what I mean? I look at myself like a big brother to him.
But Baron Davis was traded to the Golden State Warriors. Shortly after, another of JR's mentors, David Wesley, was traded to the Houston Rockets, leaving JR to fend for himself.
They're in a battle now. They got to play.
Well, they made it a hard game because they can't shoot. J.R. Smith with a basket. Selected by New Orleans in the first round. He was the 18th pick taken. He had committed to play at North Carolina.
He arrived with dazzling offensive skills, but on defense, well...
Good penetration by Strickland. Nice pass to Yao Ming. Maybe
You're trailing everything. You can't trail it. Get under and catch up to it. You can't give up layups.
JR is an exciting player. He has a chance to really be a good player, but right now he's horrible on the defensive end. There's no question about that. But a lot of young players that come to the league are horrible on the defensive end, and he gets taken advantage of.
He can do that, but Rob Strickland at 40 can go around. Now that I don't understand.
The Hornets are in the basement with trades and injuries shuffling their lineup. So with nothing to lose, Coach Scott makes JR a starter and gives him some harsh on-the-job training.
Everything is so difficult tonight for the Hornets.
He's getting baptism by fire. I feel sorry for him sometimes because he has not been allowed to grow and mature at a rate that I think that young players need to.
The New Orleans Hornets are trying to break the schneid, but suffering pretty much a total breakdown here in all categories.
You gotta have that killer instinct. Can't come out soft. Can't come out soft, right? Learn from my mistakes. Let's go.
Disappointing night for the Hornets. 106. Result was the same as it has been all season long for Byron Scott and the New Orleans Hornets.
I've been very patient this year, but just like I've told some of the players, can't tolerate another season like this. Will not tolerate another season like this.
Whole key here is playing hard. You go out here jogging and trying to be cool, you're going to get embarrassed. Just that simple.
With just 6 games left to play, the Hornets are on their last road trip. And after his own tough journey, JR sums up his rookie season.
I'm ready for this thing to be over. Can't wait.
What's this thing?
Season. It's been hard. Especially when BD was gone, because BD was pretty much my mentor when he was here. So, when he left, I think everything just started rolling down the hill. I used to go over his house every day, and we used to hang out. And then when he left, I pretty much left on my own.
He took it hard because him and Barron did form a pretty good relationship. But I also think now it showed him the reality of basketball in the NBA.
It's just a business. Nothing is really ever personal. So, if they got rid of him, I know they'll get rid of me just as fast.
The Davis trade got JR thinking in a different way. And for a kid fresh out of high school, it forced him to grow up quickly in a league of men.
They always say what don't kill you always make you stronger. So, obviously this thing killed me. So I think it's definitely making me stronger. It's just the way it is. It's part of the whole thing about growing up, I guess.
He's going to be the face of this team as the guy to carry this franchise. And does he have a possibility and can he do it? I think so.
And bottom line, go out there and compete, guys.
Come on, man. Come on. Hornets on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Hornets.
Smith deep makes it. J.R. Smith, the youngest Hornet ever.
Get back on defense!
JR's final road trip is a reflection of his season, ups and downs.
DeMar Johnson, whoa! Shades of Michael Jordan.
But now he has a new seat on the bench.
Behind you!
He's using the time left in the season to take in all the knowledge he can.
Easy, Rick. Get us in something.
Smith has stepped up to take some big shots lately.
There you go. Thank you.
His jump from October to April has been tremendous. He's 1,000% better than he was when he first got here. And he still has to continue to learn and grow as he goes along.
Stay in front of him. Stay in front of him. Oh, hell.
Rookie year is something you'll never forget. You'll never forget the crap that you took. You never forget how many guys jumped on you about this and that. And then you'll never forget on how far you progressed, how far you come in that short period of time.
JR has matured dramatically on and off the court. And even an 18-64 season has given him something to build on.
You look upon this 10 years from now and be like, man, I can't believe, that I went through that that year was such a bad year, but, I think it's something that'll make a difference in his career. It's something he'll never forget and know that, hey, it should make him want to work even harder.
How excited are you for next season?
I can't wait. I'll just be a gym rat the whole summer. New season, fresh start. Hopefully I can do it my way. And hopefully the city and New Orleans and my teammates are ready for it.
As the regular season winds down, it's a time of mixed emotions for Devin Harris. After beginning the year as a starter, he was moved to the bench, seeing a lot less playing time. But of all the rookies, his Mavericks have the chance to go the deepest into the playoffs.
I'm excited,
not many rookies get to be in this position. Just going out there and trying to make some noise. I'm excited to get out there, just to play and just to be here.
On the flip side, Emeka Okafor is playing for one of the league's worst teams, the expansion Charlotte Bobcats. But he's been their best player from day one, putting together a strong season that's made him a candidate for Rookie of the Year.
I think what Mecca did is tops among not just rookies, but among NBA players in the league. For him to come in and dominate the way he did, phenomenal. Phenomenal. You gotta get it.
I don't have any reservations about it because of, minutes, points, rebounds, block shots, all those categories.
J.R. Smith made the jump from St. Benedict's Prep in Newark right to the NBA. And even though his New Orleans Hornets had a dismal season, J.R. became a starter, learning some valuable lessons.
And he threw the foul. J.R. Smith.
And the education continues.
But with all the adjustments he faced, the toughest of all was losing.
My last 2 high school years, I've lost 3 games. So my last 2 years, so I mean, coming out and not winning a game for the first 2 months of the season is definitely one of the things I'm not used to.
Success in the NBA wasn't considered a lock for JR. Many doubted he could make the jump, but he always had confidence in himself and the support of others.
Some guy said for every LeBron James, Kevin Garnett, and Kobe Bryant, Trace McGrady, there's other guys like Darrell Wright, J.R. Smith, and Kendrick Perkins. I still got it at home. I printed it out, put it on my wall.
We sat down, many nights. We, thought hard and long about it. And I asked my husband, are you sure? Do you think he's ready for this? He's going to be able to handle it? Are the guys going to beat him up and push him around? And my husband's like, no, he can handle himself.
Dream number one was, was the NBA. And in this day and age in sport, the opportunity was available to him. And I think that, different times during this year, he regretted it. I'm sure that different times in training camp, he regretted it when Coach Scott had him, running into the ground. But I can honestly say that he's where he belongs.
That was a big thing, man. Why not just go pro? These guys getting paid, they having fun, they doing what they love. Why not? Why can't I do it? So then I seen all these guys, Josh Smith, Sebastian Telfair, Sean Livingston, Dwight Howard, Robert Swift, Al Jefferson, Darrell Wright. All these guys making the jump. I'm looking at these guys like, man, I just killed half of these dudes in the McDonald's game or in practices.
Here's a picture of JR when he played at ABCD. It's a coincidence now that you see JR here. This is at ABCD and Dwight's under, and they were co-MVPs on McDonald's.
They're making the jump, so why can't I do it?
Like JR, Andre Iguodala faced his own decision on whether to enter the draft. But after 2 years at the University of Arizona, he felt he was ready for the NBA, so he set the wheels in motion.
At the time, I had a pretty good season. I had 3 triple-doubles. I was putting up good numbers every night and getting everyone involved on the team, just having a great game each game through the whole board, not just in one category. So it was kind of like, what more can I do?
Being at his talent level and at the rate that he was growing, we understood that it was not going to be 4 years of college. I wanted 3 at least.
But I knew it was time for him to go. When you're hot, you're hot. It's time to go. It's time to go. And he said, I want to manage myself. I want to make my own decisions. And that's basically the way it is. Andre, since day one, has been making his own decisions.
The opportunity was there. And, it only comes once in a lifetime. And it's called that window of opportunity. Whereas, it was big enough to the point where I can just go after it. You never know what can happen. My workouts went well. So, it just went from there, got drafted. And, I haven't looked back yet.
Chris Webber. Slammed in by Iguodala. 2 Lakers in the weeds. Bryant and Ono make it. Iguodala hard to the rim. Decides not to take it. Iguodala around the world and threw it down.
And this is one decision Andre never regretted. He started every game for the Sixers, helping them make their playoff run. But they still needed a win in the final game of the season, and it just so happened it was Andre Iguodala night. Every kid got his new number 9 jersey and got a chance to hang out with Philly's star rookie. That night, the Sixers blew out the Hawks to clinch 7 plates in the East and a first-round matchup with Detroit. So for Andre, his memorable rookie season would continue.
Gotta try to hand it off to Teron Lue. Look at that follows. No matter what, for the 6th time in 7 years, the Sixers going to the playoffs.
I think I've been playing well. I want to keep playing the same way and keep continuing to help the team win.
Next time on NBA Rookies.
It's been a fun rookie year, you know. It's like one of those years where you wouldn't mind doing all over again.
2 rookies get a taste of the playoffs.
Like the World Series, Super Bowl, all that. The best team will win.
And the race for Rookie of the Year comes down to the wire.
It's probably going to be a toss-up between us for Rookie of the Year, you know.